chifukwa chautipatsa thanzi labwino. Yehova tifuna kuti kwa inu kakhale ulemerero lero ndi kunthawi zonse. Tifuna tikize m'manja mwanu apresident athu kuti mukhale nawo kuti zonse zimene atikonzetsera kuti dziko lapansi komanso makamaka Malawi amve mwa chuchuchu. Inu ndi Mulungu wabwino koposa mudalitse Malawi, dalitsa tonse amene tili muno koposa mzonse dzina lanu likakwezeke, ife tikatsike chifukwa cha ukoma kwanu. Amen.
Fellow Malawians, good afternoon. First, since we're meeting for the first time in 2024, I want to wish all Malawians a blessed 2024. Secondly, since this is International Women's Day, I want to wish my wife, my daughters, and all the women of Malawi a blessed International Women's Day. Today I've decided to speak to you. I hope this will be a regular feature between now and September 16, 2025. So I'll be coming regularly to speak with you through this media and also to hear from you. I want to ask all of you who have any questions, concerns about issues affecting this country to always write my office, bring those issues to my attention so that I can address them at future meetings. Today I've decided to speak to you because Malawi is not a leadership crisis. It has no leadership. I speak to join everyone suffering from hunger, the pain of rising prices, MCP violence, brutality, and plunder. In August 2018, in my graduation address at the University of Lincoln, I said, quote, "If we're not careful, evil will one day rule this country and Malawi will be held hostage." End of quote. Well, we have now seen the face of evil in this country. We have been taken hostage by our own government. Malawi is now a failed state. We can't feed our own people. We can't print our own passports. And we cannot print even our driver license. We can't build a road. We can't see where we are going. We have become oppressed in our own country. Either we unite and save our country, we are all doomed forever. Malawi has a state president, but Malawi has no leader. And the leader is what we want. President Lars Chakwera promised to take Malawi to the promised land of Canaan, but he has obviously taken us to Bagamoyo, and Bagamoyo it is. He has taken us to slavery, worse than colonialism. Since 1964, the Malawi Congress Party has been a party of death and darkness. The MCP is a party that has never known democracy. They don't know how to develop any country. All they know is to destroy this country. All they know is violence, killing, and stealing. All they know is creating suffering, creating hunger, and torturing Malawians. We are a nation plunged into the depths of darkness. We are a nation in sorrow. We are in pain. Either unite and end this oppression, or we all perish in this oppression. But I have good news for you. The good news is that we in the DPP are ready to govern this country again. We are ready to end this oppression. We are ready to take Malawi back on the path of development, back on the path of hope. And I, Arthur Peter Mthalika, I'm ready to lead the DPP to victory in the election next year. As a party, we are now united more than ever before. The traitors who are sponsored by the MCP to destroy our party are all gone. The party is united and ready to govern again. There are no longer any camps. There's only one DPP under the leadership of APM. The MP knows that he cannot defeat us in the coming election. Because of that, all their strategies have been to eliminate me from the race. Here's what they have done, and failed. They have tried to manufacture cases in order to arrest me and convict me so that I should not stand again. They have failed. They sponsored traitors to take away the party so that I should not stand. They failed. Now they want to introduce the age-limit bill so that I should not stand. They will fail again. If it is the will of the people that I must stand and lead the people, I will stand and lead the people, and we will win. Do not stop the will of the people. It is to God and the people that I owe my life. This is my promise to DP members and to all Malawians. But the will of the people will win and end this oppression. But we have to work hard. We do have challenges ahead of us. The MCP regime has now become a perfect dictatorship that brought back politics of violence, anarchy, that destroyed freedom of the press in this country. The fact that a distinguished journalist by the name of Gregory Bondwe of the Investor magazine has been forced to hide apparently in a foreign country is a testimony of their tyranny and their intolerance. We have seen recently politically orchestrated anarchy. All this to instill fear in the people. Just last year, our innocent members of the DPP were mercilessly hacked and abused in Ibangwe, Blantyre. 2 weeks ago, these barbaric monsters of anarchy went on undressing and harassing women in Doha. The DPP wrote the Secretary General of the Malawi Congress Party, condemning the violence. He did not even respond. We went further to demand that President Chakwera should condemn the political barbarism. The President opted to remain silent. That is when we knew that the violence anarchy we have seen is now official policy of the MCP regime. After failing to govern this country, Chakwera wants to run this country with violence and anarchy. And more recently, in Inongwe, the MCP-sponsored thugs mercilessly hacks the DPP member. And if that was not enough, the violent gangs stole and looted precious items from DPP vehicles. DPP vehicles were vandalized and ransacked. Women and girls were assaulted. The only sin which they brutalized and hacked DPP members committed was to participate in a peaceful blue parade. The only sin we committed was to mobilize and sensitize Malawians to register with the National Registration Bureau. In all this barbarism, the MC President has opted to remain silent as well. He has blessed the MCP bloodshed with a silent smile. This is the Chakwera Lisa Chakwera, who in 2019 promised to shed blood in order to get power. Lisa Chakwera, who led a campaign of violence and terror to burn down and vandalize this country together with the HRDC in 2019. And this is the undemocratic Malawi Congress Party that killed and brutalized Malawians for 31 years. These are the oppressors we are now dealing with. This is an enemy that Malawians, law-abiding Malawians, now face. We are the victims of the government-sponsored violence. To the deadly victims of recent MP hacking and brutality, I have this message. I know you are in pain, suffering, the pain of your courage and enduring wounds of injustice. I'm with you and I wish you quick recovery. You have the sympathy of many Malawians, including many who are not DPP members. The world is with you. God is on your side. The family members whose relations are experiencing different forms of pain for longer violence, I always wish to assure you that you are not alone. I am with you. The DPP is with you. You remember what I pledged on that day in April 2012 at Ndada. On that day I said, and I repeat here, that I will never leave you alone. I shall stand and fall on my soil. This is my promise to you from the depth of my heart. To the Malawi Police Service, I have a special message for you. I know you are under extreme pressure not to do what is right. First, to be independent, organ of the state. Second, to provide protection and safety to the people of Malawi. I therefore call on you to exercise your professionalism and arrest the culprits. I so have trusted in your work, so are many Malawians. At this juncture, let me applaud all political parties that condemned in the strongest terms the MCP barbarism towards our DPP members who were conducting a blue parade. I applaud civil societies that weighed in with voices. I applaud religious communities that followed. I applaud all Malawians of goodwill that expressed their disgust with the violence through social media platforms and radio programs. All this has demonstrated that while the MCP remains primitive in violence, the Malawi people have advanced to the level of political maturity and political harmony. Today, I would like to send a strong message warning to the purveyors of this violence. If you think MCP will stay in power forever, then you know nothing about history and politics. MCP days are numbered. Your government will go. And where you'll be when your government is gone. Specifically, let me warn the Malawi Congress Party. Yes, and let me repeat, it is a warning to the Malawi Congress Party. Enough with your violence. You have orchestrated attacks on the DPP on numerous occasions, observing your evil plans, and you'll not get away with it this time around. I promise you that. You should also know that on just committing violence against the DPP, you're also attacking Malawians. You're fighting with the people because Malawians are tired of you and they want you out of government. If you push the people to the limit, you're going to stop the rising of the people. Stop the violence. Repeat, start governing this country. Stop the violence and stop the suffering of the people. When Malawians decide that enough is enough, that will be your end. Let me also remind Reverend Chakwera, violence only breeds violence. You can only be violence if you plant seeds of violence. You cannot develop this country with violence. We are in a democracy, and violence is supposed to be a chapter of the past. I'm asking President Chakwera to assure Malawi that all political parties have the right to engage in political activities in the Central region. I'm also asking President Chakwera to assure Malawians that all political parties are free to campaign in the Central region and that there will be no repetition of the violence committed against DPP election monitors in the Central region in 2020. Chakwera knows has failed to govern this country. Now he wants to throw the country into anarchy. But Malawians will not allow you to use violence and anarchy as an excuse for your leadership failure. People want your leadership and not your violence. Your violence will not end hardship you have brought on Malawians. Your violence will not bring food to the people struggling to find a meal every day. Your violence will not print passports and driving your license. Your violence will not help Malawians who are struggling for mere survival. Malawians sick and tired of failed leadership that is clueless, irresponsive, extravagant, tyrannical, and tribalistic. No form of violence, barbarism, and threats will solve the problems of this country. To you Malawians, let me say this, wake up. The dark days of the MCP brutalities are now back. The Malawi Congress Party has not changed. MCP will never change. They know they cannot win the next election. As a result, they want to terrorize the country with building panga knives and access to instill fear in us Malawians. They know they took Malawi by staying in the government. Now they want to take the country again with violence. We will not and should not allow this to happen again. They have plundered the country, they have destroyed the country, they have caused enough suffering. They are cruelest. In fact, the more they govern, the more they destroy the economy. The MCP is too afraid of the 2025 elections because they know that their days are numbered. We are not, and we should not allow them to maintain power using violence. In so fighting poverty, MCP is fighting our people. In so fighting infection, MCP is fighting innocent DPP women. Instead of finding ways to curb the rising cost of living, MCP is busy hacking DPP girls with panga knives. They are busy making plans to fight the DPP instead of fighting corruption. Malawi has become a sad country and has lost its economic vitality. Our people are drenched in the meshes of poverty. We'll never allow the broad MCP bring back the oppressive, abusive, and bloodthirsty autocratic rule again in this country. Never, never again. The one-party system is a dark spot in the history of this country. We gotta go back to the dark days of death and darkness. Never. We can go back to the days of crocodiles and Yakula. Never. So, all this pain will soon end. Next year, in September, with our blessings, as I said, I'm coming back to rescue this country from destruction. I've done it before, and will do. works of my hands will bear testimony. No more